Right, here's the plan of how I'm making my man vest. I made this swatch a while ago, but I did it on 4.5mm needles, I think. And here I've got a swatch on like 5mm needles. I'm going to go with the smaller one. Yeah, and it's going to have this ribbing. So here I'm casting it on. It's going to take a while. I think I've used 120 odd stitches here, which is a lot, and it's going to take a while to get through it all. Well, here I am. I think I've finished the band of this vest, but here's my first stress. This is the first ball of yarn, and it looks like it's running out. I mean, I know that at this point the band here is on 4mm needles, so it's not like it's going to be using this much yarn for the rest of the project. It's the band is just a 2x2 rib. My partner is over 6 foot, so this is going to be a big project. It's a vest that he has not asked for, and I don't know if he'll ever have a need to wear, but I figure that if I make a vest, then I'm going to be able to work out how to make him a jersey at a later date. Well, here I'm up to on my vest. I like how the sides are coming in, and the main texture's fine. I'm still unsure about how the colour works. I do want to try a thing where, you know, you do the intentional pooling, where you take the colours and, yeah, make it. Anyway, that's a different story. However, there is the thing when you're making a vest for someone who's over 6 foot, it takes a long time. So this is going to be, oh, why am I starting something so big and finish it February? Why? Oh well. So, a couple of balls in at this point. It's getting along there nicely. I do like how the band works at the side. I think that's cool. And, you know, watching Passionate Kelsey, I do like how some of it's coming along really nicely. I like the way it's pulling in. There's just a lot of repetition of knitting and purling at this point. This is a vest for a very tall man. All right, now I'm finished. I'm up to the armpit. I've got rid of this extra bit. I've got it going up towards the neck. Now this is going to have to wrap a little bit further around, but this is 4 balls down. So this is where we're up to so far on the back of the vest. This is going to go around to more like part of the front. So I'm not too worried about this bit because I just had to do a recalculation because this is going to stretch quite a bit. We're up here. This much yarn is left in the 5th ball. So hopefully the changes that I've made in coming in with a slight roundness here for the shoulder holes, armholes, whatever you want to call it, that there might actually be enough yarn to finish the back in just 5 balls. I say just 5 balls because what I bought was a pack of 10 balls, which I thought would be more than enough to make a vest, but it turns out it's not. These colours are not quite so contrasting in real life, but for some reason today's rainy and the colours are showing up as being quite mottled, but it's not quite so contrasty in real life.
Quick moves, you talking big hoop, there's an excuse. More than a boy and I chat a man. Should I pretend that you'll understand? I need more than what you're offering. I worked on my shit, you're still buffering. There's a connection, need more than signaling. I'm staying open. Will you be the anomaly? The anomaly. Will you be?
And here we go, kicking off on the front of the vest. I've used less stitches here. So the front side's going to have less stitches, but again, it's kind of relaxing to just sit and do the repetitive stitching. There's none of the knitting and purling on the edge, that rib section that pulls in around the sides, mostly because I overcalculated how many stitches I actually needed on the back and the stretchiness of the yarn. So the front's even more boring than the back, to be honest. It's just mindlessly knit, 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 purl, 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 purl. Knit, 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 purl, 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 which is fine. It's just that if you're doing this on like a small child's top, it doesn't take too long, but when you're doing it for a man who's over 6 foot, it feels like you're committing an entire lifetime. It's worth noting, he did not ask for this vest. He has no need for a vest, let's be completely honest, but I'm making one anyway because I felt like it. Yeah. So this is where we're up to in the vest so far. Here's the back of the vest, and it's done. And here's the front of the vest. And I'm hoping that I can get from the front of the vest up to the armpit of the vest shortly. I don't know how long this is going to take because I've hit the busy season. It's worth noting that I live off-grid and the tomatoes are all coming online, so I'm making a lot of pizza sauce and pasta sauce. And as everyone's going to want to know, here's Rocky. Hey, who's a special boy then? Yeah. Now, it really should be noted that I've not finished the vest. I've not finished the top. I'm still working on those. But I know that I'm going to be finished them soon enough. So, here's my issue with the next thing. It's the book vest. I ordered this yarn ages ago. I bought it. It's great. Yeah. I have 2 balls of it. Excellent. That's brilliant. It's not enough for a vest. So I'm definitely going to need to buy some more of this. The next struggle that I've got is that this does come in a black, but it doesn't come in a creamy colour that I need, or even a white colour for that matter, that I need for the accent pieces. So I've got to work out what I can do instead. This morning I've made a realisation, and I'm going to have to frog this right back because I need more armhole shaping than I've got, which is not what I was wanting to do at all. So I am now going to undo all of yesterday's progress. Yep, frogging time. And there's nothing quite like the stress of realising that you've done things completely wrong and you've got to unpick them, particularly when you're working on something that's huge and giant as a vest for a man. So here I am, putting in my lifeline. Good times, good times, good times, good times. By good times, I hope you can read the sarcasm in my voice, because this was incredibly very boring and soul-destroying, to be completely honest, because you hate undoing your work even at the best of times. And frog, 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 frog. Yep, nothing. Well, now that I've unravelled basically almost a whole ball of yarn, I'm going to try and fix it by casting off some more stitches for under the armhole area, and then bringing in some more. Oh, I've got maths in my fortunes. Right, here's the level of excitement. The back, it's done. Here's the front. It's basically done. So I've got 2 panels. I've got yarn left. So the front basically took 4 balls, which means that I've got an extra ball for doing all of this.
If we run through the ocean, the sun sets in motion. So put the music up and windows down. If we escape the winter and head to the center, where everything is so much warmer now. So what do you say? Won't you think about that? Why don't we get lost tonight, make plans to not come back? When you're down on your luck, when it ain't your day. If you wanna escape reality, then yes is what I'll say. When you're in a hurry, okay, slow down.
Now here we are, we're picking up, we're knitting around the neck hole there. If you don't know Janelle from Rosary Apparel, she's my entertainment for the morning. Honestly, I think she's gorgeous, she's wonderful. So here's the neck. This is the centre double decrease down the middle. Now, it doesn't sit flat, but it will sit flat when it's blocked. And I have put this on the man, and it looks good on him. Alrighty, so I've just finished the first sleeve hole. It definitely does need blocking. I've done the stretchy bind off around here. I've just gone back and forth with different ones, and that's just the one I've decided to go with. It still needs blocking, but I'm quite happy with how the neck sits when it's on. I'm quite happy with how this looks when it's on. I still need to do the sleeve cuff. Sleeve cuff, is that a word? On this side, and I need to stitch up the sides, but then it's done. The saga of the vest that wasn't asked for is nearly complete. Right, so all of the pieces are now knitted on this vest. Now, don't worry too much about the fact that there's all this pulling in, because when it's put on, that disappears completely. It'll disappear as soon as it's blocked. So what I've got to do next is to just stitch up the sides and done in all of these ends. at least it's nearly done. So the vest that nobody asked for and probably has no need to wear is nearly finished, and it's come out really, really well, even if it looks a bit silly when it's sitting there in its naked form.